welcome everyone. This is a new event format, the weekly tinkering. It's 40 minutes for you to deep dive into a specific AI tool or feature. And today we are going to tinker with DallE3. It's the latest version of OpenAI image generation. And you want to tinker, you should have your tools. Oh, maybe not these ones. Before we start, I'd like to make a little bit of promotion for the next tinkering event, where we're going to speak about ChatGPT Vision, which is a great feature and imagine plenty of use cases for facilitators, analyzing post-it notes, photos, and stuff like that. So next week, 40 minutes. I hope you will be there too. Today, we are discussing DallE3, but before that, I would like you to open the chat, type your name, your job, and tell me one thing you know about DallE3 and one thing you wonder. So Cordula, it's about pictures. Yes, you got it right. And how to instruct it. You're going to see it's so easy to use DallE3. Danielle, developed by OpenAI, indeed, the same editor as PT. And you're wondering if it can generate pictures like Picablo or Usmo style.
So that's like hand-drawn picture, and the Usmo style is only using the letters U, Z, M, and O, and with that you should be able to draw anything. So like simple sketches.
Okay. And I know it's a tool that I should be using, and I wonder why I should be using it for my job. Excellent. And Catherine, wondering why DALL-E has problem with hands and fingers. You're going to see that the last version has way less problems with fingers. Connie, you know that you can create some awesome picture and that it's easy to use. I agree with you. And Michael, you know that it takes a while for the picture to be generated. That's true. And it's going to be a problem for this session as I want everything to be quick. And you wonder how I can make images like someone on LinkedIn. Can you clarify that?
Yeah, I'll put some pictures in the chat if I'm able to, but there's someone on LinkedIn, I put the name there, and I really like the style of her pictures. I know she uses Midjourney, but I was wondering, the look and feel, I like it. Yeah.
Okay, got it. So the style, you can tinker a lot with the style. And of course, I don't know all the styles that are possible, but we can try. And Connie don't know anything about it. Okay. And we have Connie and Connie, by the way. Hello, Connie. And wonder from Connie, why is the new version better a lot more? And how to optimize my prompt to have better image of persons. Okay, interesting. So let's keep that all in mind, because I'm going to do first a quick presentation and demo, and then it's up to you to decide what we do, how we tinker, what we try, etc. First, little presentation and demo at the same time. So today we're going to speak about DALL-E 3, and someone said OpenAI is the editor. That's true. Basically, how it works. It's super simple, much easier than with Midjourney, for example. So let's say I type a quick description of an image, a woman in a meeting room. And by the way, I have selected DALL-E 3 from my menu here, and I'm using ChatGPT Plus. And what it's going to do is that it's not going to generate the images first. This is what you think it is doing right now. But the first thing it did is generate sophisticated prompts just for you. Okay, so it's very different from Midjourney, where you have to really fine-tune the prompt. Here that I've put something very basic, and it it has created 4 different prompts for me. We're going to see that if it goes a little bit faster. And then it's going to send the prompts to DallE3, and we're going to get the images. Okay. So as you can see, it has created 4 images. And if I look at here, I see the prompt that was created from my own prompt. So this is why it's so easy to use, because it's enhanced what you're giving it for it to generate a really good picture. Also, what you can see here is that we have 2 photographic styles by default and other styles. And it's something that it is required to do by its content policy. So some few things about DallE3. The one thing that really set it apart is that it is trained with what is called synthetic captioning. What OpenAI did is that they developed a tech that analyzed images and then create very detailed description of these images. And they did that for training. So then they had a pair of image and a very good description, and they used that to train DallE3. They didn't do that with DallE2. Huh? So this is exactly why DallE3 is so good at transforming a detailed description into an image. You see here, we have something very detailed, and it was able to transform that into an image, because at first, it was given images like that, and this kind of prompt was generated by an AI for the training. This is why it is so good. The other thing is that we have a chat user interface. And this is a revolution, because if you've been using Midjourney, you have to use Discord, and you put the prompt. And here, look at that. I generated the images, but now what I can do, I can say, I like image number 1. I'd like it with the woman having more fun. So I'm speaking with the AI and I'm refining the images using natural language. So this is why one of the biggest pros about DallE3 is that it is very easy to use. So chat user interface, you can use it on ChatGPT Plus, but you can also use it for free on Bing. So here, as you can see, I am on Bing Chat, and I created some images. I've asked it to create an image of a cat, and I could have done that for free. So that's something that, and by the way, it's exactly the same version. And sometimes Bing has some advanced features before you get them inside ChatGPT. And by the way, you see here, it went from this image and it created this one using my refinement. And can you guess one of the awesome things that we have here? And that was quite impossible to do before. It's consistency. It's the same woman, okay? It looks like this one and this one are very different, right? But this one and this one and this one, they are very similar. At least the level of consistency is something that was very difficult to achieve before with other models, and is still very difficult to achieve with Midjourney without using plugins and stuff like that. So as I said, it's going to generate the prompts for you, because here I didn't write any of these prompts. So this is something that is a big characteristic of DallE3. Okay, so when you, in fact, behind the scene, you have 3 different kinds of options: the prompt that you can write, the seed, which is a way to randomize the image, and the size of the image. And by the way, you can ask what are prompt, seed number, and size for image number 1. And you're going to see that you get the detailed prompt that was used. And there are some internal parameters. So seed number, which is very important if you want to regenerate exactly the same image. You can tell in a new chat, you can tell OpenAI, use my prompt, do not generate a new prompt, and use this exact seed number and use this exact size. And that way, you're going to get exactly the same picture. By the way, the seed number is something new from yesterday. So you're getting cutting edge information today. There are a lot of, by the way, there are a lot of debates and people testing how to keep the same prompt, keep the same seed and make a slight modification of the prompt to be able to create consistent images for a comic book or a series of illustration. But the seed number normally is just a technical parameter that's going to create the randomization at the end. Okay. Content policy. This is the thing that a lot of people don't like because, for example, you cannot use public figures or modern artists. Let me show you image of Ronaldo brainstorming with post-its. And, oh, my God, it shouldn't work. That's funny because it shouldn't work. Normally, it's not able to, oh, that's funny. Okay, because let me show you, I think I have that here. Image of Ronaldo brainstorming with post-it. That's funny because here that was normal. I can't create an image with Ronaldo, but I can create an image of a generic soccer playing brainstorming. So it says, okay, I'm blocked. I cannot do Ronaldo, but it always provides an alternative. And that's hard-coded in its behavior. It will always propose you another way to do your image. You just say yes, and look at that. It's not Ronaldo, but it's also a beautiful and handsome soccer player brainstorming with post-it notes. So you can use, you shouldn't be able to use artists that have less than 100 years ago. It's going to enforce diversity. And look at that. This is why I've chosen on purpose the idea of a woman in meeting room, because look, we have a diverse kind of representation of women inside these images, and it's due to the content policy. Privacy also, you cannot ask for some private stuff. Content policy, if you want, we can tinker with the limits in the next part. Okay, competitors, Midjourney, Stable Diffusion is the free open source version. To sum it up, great for beginners because it creates prompts for you and you can refine by chatting. It's very good at composition and adhering to your prompt because of the synthetic captioning. If you say, I want a man on the left and a woman on the right, is going to respect that. Midjourney is not going to be. It's very good at generating text. You might need a few iterations to be able to do that, but it's very good. And consistency, as I told you, it's refining and keeping it consistent. The cause is that the photorealism is not as good as with Midjourney. The text that it generates is not as perfect. The content policy might get in the way. And as it is creating the prompt, sometimes it's hallucinates in the prompt and it's adding a lot of details that we don't want. So add unwanted details to prompt. Okay. So that was my short presentation.
What happened with Ronaldo?
Yeah, well, I don't know because I quit.
Okay.
I quitted the session. So, but normally, generate an image with Ronaldo.
Well,
I really don't understand why it was generating something. I should have waited. Too bad. I might be the only one to have an image of Ronaldo through DallE3. Too bad. Okay, so now this is the tinkering part. Let's tinker together. Yeah. Would you like this one or this one? So what would you like to do?
Yeah,
It's
so
totally open. We can compare it to Midjourney. I have prepared something for that. We can try to reproduce a hand-drawn style. That's for you, Daniel. We can see how good it is to illustrate intangible ideas or maybe illustrate workshop instructions. I can show you how seed work to generate consistent images. We can brainstorm use case for facilitators and consultants, and we can do other stuff. It's up to you. You decide. That's the specific of this tinkering session.
I have a question.
No question.
No question, but
no. Yeah. That's for the premium members, the one who pays. No, okay.
Yesterday I was playing around with it, and sometimes he puts text on an image.
Yep.
But I found it very difficult because he put spelling mistakes in the text, and I wrote, no, you have to write it like this. But it seems very hard. So have you come across this issue as well? And were you able to give him the right prompts to put the right text there?
From my own tinkering, and here I have an example that I did this morning to illustrate the post on the Circle platform. When you have too much text, it's going to mess up with it. So what I try here is I really put the focus on one bit of text. And I said, on the wall, I have a big title on the brainstorming topic, how to fight climate change. Okay, so it could focus on only generating this title. And that on my first try, okay, first try, 3 out of the 4 images got it right. Okay. And basically, I've read about it also on the net, and people say it's much, much better at generating text, especially if you don't have too much text on the image. And maybe you need to try again, try again, try again, try again until you get it right. And I think that you really need to explain, I want a title with this word. I have another bad example. Here, I didn't specify exactly the kind of text I wanted. Okay, I said, create a welcome banner for the participant. And it created text without me even specifying it. Okay, welcome to the 40-minute Tinker session, but this one is perfect. So, welcome to the 40-minute Tinker session on DallE3 by OpenAI. This one works great too. Welcome to the Tinker session on DallE. And you see here, the 40 minutes were replaced by this dot. Welcome to the Tinker session. Same thing, the 40 minutes, he couldn't put the 40 minutes. So my latest test, Michael, is that it works. I'd say 60% of the time or if you have one big title, but if you're trying to put too much on it, it's not going to work.
Thanks.
And what else? What would you like to try? Any question?
I have a question. Would it, if I posted a picture of me in there and basically say, make a picture of me in a meeting, would it be able to do that?
No.
Okay.
You can do that with Midjourney, and you have some plugins for that. You have some, so there is, and this is the next tinkering session. You have in the default here, you can put your image and ask it to analyze it. And it's going to say, okay, it's a picture of a woman, and it's going to describe your appearance. But I didn't try. Okay, let's try. Let's try. It's going to be fun. I'm going to put a picture of me somewhere. Okay, so now you're gonna see all my files. Okay, so this is a 2017 picture of me.
Hopefully now it doesn't say this is a picture of an old angry man.
Describe the man on the picture. So here we are using the image capabilities. Okay, so then I'm gonna paste that, open a new chat. This one is gonna be DallE3. Create an ID photo of that. There is no chance it's gonna be good enough, but okay. Who said that it was quite slow?
I did.
You were right. While we wait for it to try to create an avatar for me, what would be the next things you'd like to try?
I have a question, but sorry, it's real quick. You're not able to open or let it create multiple images in multiple chats at the same time, because if you leave the chat, then he stops generating.
Oh, yes. You cannot leave the chat. It's going to stop generating whatever it is generating, photos, text, whatever. I could have opened several tabs on my browser to launch several tasks at the same time.
Okay.
I could have tried that. So, yeah, that's not me. That's not so far. I mean, it's from the initial picture, but okay. Anyway, Cordula, you wanted to say something.
Yeah, maybe we can try this hand-drawn style because which we all use for workshops and online and so on.
So when you want to ask for a specific style, you can start your prompt. Sketch a hand-drawn minimalist hand-drawn sketch of Cordula. Give me a scene.
A light bulb or something?
Okay, a light bulb. So remember, this is my own prompt and it's going to create four alternative prompts for that. And there is an option while we are waiting for it to create the image. If you say, do not modify my prompt, this is my prompt, it's going to keep your prompt without enhancing it. Sometimes it's useful. So I cannot, here it is. So now you should be able to pick one of these and try to refine it. So Daniel, which one
The
do you like
second
the
one.
most? This one here?
Yeah, it's something that you should be able to draw quickly by hand in a workshop, but then auto-generate them by DallE3 would be nice.
I like number 2, but make it if it was generated by a human hand, but it is too perfect. So this is how you can refine. And then what's going to be interesting is that to ask it to try to generate something with exactly the same style, but something else. So not a light bulb, but maybe a pen. So what's your feedback on the quality of the sketch, all of you?
I think
Not
it's
great?
much better when I tried before. Then it just draw like random stuff that I couldn't use to anything. So.
Oh, I like the last one.
Looks more hand drawn, yeah.
And it's like it's done with a specific type of pen where you can vary the pressure. Okay, what if I say I like number 4, use the same style, but for a pencil? The other thing I could have asked here, I have minimalistic illustration of a light bulb, but with wobbly and uneven stroke to resemble a hand-drawn effect. So then you can copy that and ask it to draw something else. So instead of light bulb, you put something else.
Yeah, nice.
Oh,
No, it did it anyway. Yeah.
It combined, that's funny. It combines. It absolutely didn't understand what I want. So that's a creative. Let me try something else. Look what I'm going to do. I'm going to copy that. So first here, in fact, I'm not going to do that here. I'm going to highlight number 4. What is the seed number? And I'm going to keep the seed number. And I need my special prompt. Okay, so I'm going to copy the seed number here. I'm going to copy the prompt here. And look what I'm doing. I'm going to, I have a special prompt to try to render something consistently. So generate an image using my prompt, my scene number, and my size. Provide, this is something to check. Do not modify my prompt. I have the seed number that was given me, so it's going to use the same randomization number. And here I have exactly the same thing. So if I run the prompt now, I'm going to get exactly that image. But I'm going to modify light bulb with pencil. So I'm using the same seed number. I'm just making a very small, tiny modification of the prompt. Normally, I'm maximizing my chance of having something similar to this one in style. It's not very similar, but yeah, it's not very similar. It was a good try. And if I just do that, here it's going to randomize again. So normally it shouldn't be as good, but maybe it's going to be better than me. Okay, something else that you would like to tinker with me. So by the way, we've seen hand-drawn style. We've seen a little bit how seed work. Would you like to see something else?
Could we try 3, please?
Yes.
Illustrate intangible ideas. Okay. Oh, look, this one is good. This one too. So basically, it draws for you, but it's going to take a lot. As soon as you try to create a consistent set of image, it's going to take you a lot of time to get it. For a one-shot image, it's great. For a series, it's better, but it's still very difficult. Okay, let's try to do an intangible idea. Give me an intangible idea, Anne-Catherine. Okay, an image. I'm going to let me for the value courage. So my guess is that it's not a guess because I've already tried it. Is that it's going to create some prompts. So it's going to use GPT-4 to find ways to symbolize courage. It's going to create different prompts describing scenes that symbolize courage, and then DallE3 is going to generate the images for these scenes. Here are the images. So courage, because you're a firefighter, you are in the middle of a storm, or you're doing something, a sport that is very dangerous. At least it is very creative. If you put an image for value courage for Midjourney, it's not going to work. Okay. If you want to tinker further, there is the PDF of these different slides. Here it explains how it gets so good at describing stuff. There is the detail of the content policy, and it's very interesting to read because basically it's the specification it is using to create the prompts for the images. And if you want to learn more, if you really want to learn the geeky thing, there is a research paper by OpenAI that explains all of that, and a very good YouTube video that I used to prepare this tinkering session. Voilà, that's all for today. If you committed to stay until 50, it's already 52, so thank you very much. If you want to stay 5 more minutes just to have a casual conversation and giving me some feedback on the format, you can stay. Otherwise, you can continue the discussion on the platform, on LinkedIn, you can DM me, whatever. And thank you very much for tinkering with me. Yeah.
But Alex, that was amazing.
Yeah, really?
Yeah.
I thought it was we didn't have enough time to tinker enough.
It's a good first insight.
I think for this topic, it was perfect because it's so simple. You just gave us the ideas and now we can do it. So I really liked it that it was only 40 minutes.
I liked that you also had prepared some materials, that it was not just a demo, but also, yeah, some good information there on the side.
Yeah, I had some pressure because I have some members to please. Maybe,
No.
yeah, please.
Yeah, I was going to say similar. I like the slides. I was even going to ask, what did you use for it? Because it's a nice portion of your screen and you still had enough space to show the rest. So I was curious how you did.
So it's an innovation for today. I was looking for something to be able to have two things on the same screen without to deal with the layout. And in fact, I was looking for a browser that could do that. And guess what? Microsoft Edge does that.
Oh.
So in Microsoft Edge, you can have two tabs open at the same time, and you can fine-tune the layout like that. And then you can put it full screen, and it's very clean.
But how did you create the presentation? Is this like
the
a HTML page?
It's a Google slide.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
Oh. Wow. Nice.
That's nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, very cool.
So really, you think that it was enough detail to, or maybe, yeah, maybe we could also do some sessions that are more starting to use and some sessions that are more sophisticated. I don't know. You tell me.
I like the fact that it's 40 minutes because
Yeah.
it's short enough to show something in. And for example, in 5 minutes, I have next meeting. So
Yeah.
normally it
Yeah,
would
but-
give me some time to have a breather.
Yeah, normally if you were not nice enough to have a conversation with me.
And I also think the content, the things that you mentioned, they are, because I just started using it yesterday, some very basic things. And with the things you mentioned, I'm able to already generate, because I was trying on the side, generate some images that are way better than what I was able to come up with yesterday. So I think, yeah, the detail was definitely enough for me to get started.
Okay.
Same here. Same here. Good details.
Good. Okay, I continue like that for the next one.
Yeah, please.
Excellent.
Okay.
And I hope that. Sorry.
No, I just said okay. I think for a start, it's really great to get motivated and curious. Actually, fantastic. Yeah. Mm.
Excellent. Okay. Thank you all for taking a little bit more time for the feedback, and I wish you a great evening or afternoon, whatever. And if you want to join me, you know where to find me. Okay?
Brilliant.
Bye-bye.
Thanks a lot. Thank
Bye.
you.
Ciao, ciao.
Now.
Bye.
Bye-bye.